You are always unconsciously asking. So, anytime that you identify what you don't want, you are unconsciously asking for what you do want. And life is saying yes all the time. Universe's only answer to you is yes. You just might not like the how. You know what I mean? Or I shouldn't say you might not like it. You might not understand it. And this is that, like, when we can let go of the way things occur, they happen much faster. We tend to block ourselves a lot by deciding there's only one path to it. I want to invite you to let go of what you think you know. There's a phrase that I've always said, it just downloaded to me a few years ago, and I love it so much. I have no tattoos, but if I were to get a tattoo, it would be this. I let go of my way to make way for God's way. Let's just say it out loud because it feels so good. I let go of my way to make way for God's way. Now, essentially, what that means is our little baby minds don't know. We don't know what can happen. We don't know the divine arrangements that are being set up for us. We don't know how things are going to occur. And when we try to force one certain way, we end up cutting off our miracles. We've got to be open. We've got to know what we want, meaning like you might have a vision, an idea of what you want. I want you to hold on loosely to that, okay? Loosely to the detail of the vision and tune more to the feeling. What's the feeling that vision gives you? What are the things you're wanting to experience? That is more important than the direction of the exact way you're going to get there, right? Just in a beautiful example, like I'm married with two children now. And the way that that happened was not in my understanding of how things could happen. You know what I mean? Like I met Robert on Bumble within 2 weeks. Like literally I downloaded it 2 weeks later, talked to Robert and was off of it. And then bing bang boom, all in the same year. I now am a stepmom. I couldn't have planned that. I couldn't have predicted that. My logical mind would have said you've got to be on this many months on this app, you've got to go on this many dates, it's going to be a lot of trial and error, blah blah blah, right? Our minds make up what it has to be. I'm saying you don't know. And that is one of the most wise things you could ever say to yourself. I actually don't know. I actually don't know. I have no idea how things are going to happen, but you do have the power of directive. You have the power because you know what you want to feel and you've got some idea. You've got a vision, right? Those visions and the feeling that you want to experience is from God. It's a God directive. So trust it, but stop making up your very rigid, hardline plan of how it has to happen. Let it go and be guided. In that, things are going to happen that don't make sense. Okay. Things are going to happen that are outside of your plan. Everything that happens, you got to know this is part of it. This is part of it. I have a quick example for you in this. Years ago, when I first met Robert, he was working in a job that he's good at, but he wasn't like thriving. You know what I mean? And he said, because we moved in together, I am who I am. You're not going to live with me and not go through major spiritual up levels, you know? So I had him we did together this 5 year scripting board. I'll give details for that another time if you guys want it. We could do a whole video on it. But in it, one of the directives that he said for himself was he wanted to be out of that corporate job by October of 2020. Within the next couple of months, he got promoted. Well, that seems like the opposite direction, doesn't it? That doesn't make sense. That's not part of my plan of how I think this has to work. Well, then, as we know, within the next month or so, the whole world shuts down, right? With our lovely world reset. This is 2020, if anyone's not tracking with me. And his company, like a lot of companies, started doing layoffs and offering severance. He got offered an enhanced severance package only because he had been promoted into the higher level group of people who were being offered that package. So, do you see how things are arranging all the time to give you what you want? You can set the directive for what you want, but you got to let go of how it's going to happen. You got to just know everything that floats your way, you got to be like, yes. All right, let's do it. Yes. And as you embrace it, you're going to flow with the best and easiest way possible to exactly what you want. Now, let's reverse it and let's say he didn't trust and he didn't embrace it. He would have gotten asked, the promotion, like because they don't just promote you, right? They say, "Hey, we have a promotion for you." What if he had said, "No, I actually hate this job and no, I don't want it." That's not the guy he is. But let's go there. He would have blocked his miracle. Do you feel me? So, whatever flows to you, say yes to it. Once you have set things in motion, say yes to it and then see where it's going to take you because it's going to flow you to where you want to go faster than your mind could have predicted. I let go of my way to make way for God's way.